show up quite yet. Morning, everybody. Getting ready to go here.
Did you get my warm seat?
Yeah, I mean, I'm live. I don't show the views
I guess
yet.
it takes a second. Well, we'll give it a second or two.
Sometimes it's actually better.
Right.
Like if I'm already in the app. Yeah.
He's like that.
Oh yeah, gets the blood pumping, that Zamboni. It's a special kind of diesel. Breathe it in on a cold morning.
Yeah, those electric ones just don't do it, huh?
That was kind of a phase, and then you haven't really seen as many. Maybe I don't actually know.
No.
The new ones electric? I don't know.
Well, so Epic up in Fort Collins bought a brand new one. That one's electric. I mean, it's a nice machine, but you can't tell. Like you're sitting in the locker room and you're like, oh,
You
shit,
can't
his
hear
hands
it?
on. You can't hear it.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
the way you knew how many laps were left.
Exactly.
Okay, it's funny. All right, well, I don't know why. Maybe it takes. We already got folks on there. Good morning, everybody. We're just getting going. Folks are taking their seats. And I think there's both coffee and beer being delivered around the rink this morning. I think it's afternoon officially, so getting our technology going. Yeah, I don't. All right, well, we're gonna. All right, our girls are hitting it. We'll let you hear the sounds of this angelic voice of Reagan Reekin and Lila. Oh, I think we got Belina doing it today too. All right, our girls are in their Tide commercial whites, and we are playing the most horrific jerseys in minor hockey and major hockey. It's the orange, the new colors of the Mighty Ducks.
I think it's a toss-up between the orange and then the green highlighters of Chicago Mission.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and the Dallas Stars have that same
Yeah.
neon green. You're right. All of those are in the front of the game.
Well, and it's just the two colors. That's what.
Yeah, the two color. I mean, what do we call them? The orange wasps. I mean, what is going on there? I mean,
So like Highland would be an orange and black forever, right? You never come across any other team with those colors. We went out to like Boston tournament, and the 5 teams we played all had orange and black colors.
What? Orange and black, 5 teams. Yeah, that's not a thing.
One might have been navy.
Yeah.
How long has everybody
Yeah.
taken the Jaguars?
Well, so folks, it's a good weekend for our girls so far. 2-0. We will be playing tomorrow, regardless of the outcome of this game, either at 9:30 or 9:45 in the morning Mountain Time. Hoping for a win here, however, so we go in with the top seed. This Anaheim team actually won a pretty exciting shootout game earlier. I think that was against St. Louis. I'd actually have to check the schedule, but it won't be a walk in the park. We're going to have a real game.
Because I don't remember any Jaguars.
We definitely had some cold snow move in overnight for those of you in warmer climes. It was about 8 inches of snow on my driveway. So if you're living in Arizona or in Singapore, just be thankful. We're going to have all the girls, everyone's here today, and it's going to be, in the alternate, this will be Sophia in net today as they go back and forth. Get a good look at Steve there. That is...
Came off a shutout yesterday morning against the Thunderbirds.
That's right, yeah. And another shutout. Same exact. I don't know how many shutouts Connor Hollaback has now, but I think he had 7 recently, so they're tied. Samora and Hellebuck, the 2.
Walking in good company, huh?
That's right. That's right. For those of you who are not Winnipeg's Jets fan or NHL Vezina Trophy gamblers, Connor Hellebuck for the Jets is putting on quite a season this year for his team. Do you gamble on NHL games, Doug, or you don't want to say you do? You put some money on that.
My vice is the over/under on the total goals.
The over, yeah. Yeah, do you go over or do you go under? It's hard to cheer for
Oh,
an
it's
under.
hard. It's hard to pick a direction.
Yeah, cheering for an under feels like un-American.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. You want goals, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I purposely don't. I'm in 2 fantasy leagues on Yahoo. I joined a second one, which I didn't, just because I didn't have enough to do.
Right.
And then promptly, whatever email I was using didn't work, and I couldn't really change anything for a month. And I'm actually doing better when I don't look at it. So so much for my resume as a general manager.
Leave well enough alone, right?
Yeah. Oh well. So for those of you fantasy players, if you're looking for a trade, I'm the sucker. Just ask me. All right. Girls fired up. Ooh, and that reminds me, Doug, if we do get some goals, when you go past them, let me see all the numbers of all the players on the ice, because I use that actually to do the plus minuses.
Gotcha. Yep.
It's nice to see all 5 of them go by the bench. I know we like the goal scorers, but we do all the
Got to get
statistics
them all. Yeah,
here.
that's right.
So I'm not sure who's starting. Should be the same lineup. We're gonna go with 3 centers, 4 sets of wings. Although with all the penalties last game with girls in the box for a long period of time, the lines were completely scrambled in the last couple of games.
A couple 10-minute misconducts yesterday served that screwed it up
we
too.
had a jersey issue, so we've been all over the place.
A couple of right hooks thrown, some checking from behind. Good old-fashioned hockey, right?
Right. Speaking of
Eddie
which,
Shore.
There he is. Reddick and Deckers.
Masiello at center.
2 of the feistier ladies on the ice.
Egan and Huang on the back blue line, and like we said, Sophia and Net to our left. We're ready to get started here. 3rd game of the Mountain Mayhem tournament. Masiello set for the draw.
Here we go, folks.
Ladies on the bench, firing them up. Here we go.
Here we go.
Anaheim with the opening face-off win, backing up into their own zone. Pass fed up far side board. Now out to center. They'll chip it inside the TC zone. Egan scoops it up for Team Colorado. Comes around the near side, feeds Brennick. Now connects with Masiello just off the stick of Masiello, but now back to Brennick. She'll dump it down deep in the Duck zone.
That's a good dump there. Picking up on the far side.
Decker's trying to stop that up in the corner. Just gets past. Ducks now back out to center ice. Good stop there by Riedlinger just inside the TC blue line. She'll get it inside the zone all alone as all her reinforcements went for the change. Riedlinger trying to stop it up here on the near side board, keep it inside the zone. It'll come back out to Pugh. Selena Pugh now goes across for Kelly. Lena Kelly feeds Wiedemeyer up here on the near side. Wiedemeyer into the Duck zone, gets around 1, but a stick check from behind prevents a shot there. Now back up to Pugh from the blue line. Shot in on net. Loose out front. Kelly digging for it, trying to find it. And our goaltender still loose now. Selena Pugh with a shot, and Wiedemeyer had a chance for a tip, but just off her stick. Now Wiedemeyer trying to pull that back out to center. Bulldozes over the Ducks player. Now Kelly working some magic. Back to Pugh. Shot pass there taken by the Ducks, and they'll get it cleared out to center. Wiedemeyer quickly gets that back, and she'll feed her way through a couple of Ducks players. Couldn't quite get a handle of TC once more on the change. Ducks have a free ride out to center ice, just inside the TC zone. They'll chip it down a little bit lower, taken by Reagan Rieken. Below the TC goal line now. Visa's gonna pick it up in the near side, stopped up by 2 Ducks players. Mainwaring digs it free, feeds it over to Chotvik's Chase. She's got some room in the left side coming into the Ducks zone, and a good stick there by the Ducks defenseman to stop that advance. It'll get cleared back out to center. Rieken drops it for Walsh. Haley Walsh now back into the Ducks zone, leaves it for Mainwaring. She's gonna fire one in on net, goes wide left. Rieken mishandles that one out at the Ducks blue line and force a regroup back inside their own zone. She'll send it to Chotvik's Chase, peeling through center. Almost loses the handle on it, gets it back now right into the Ducks zone. Cuts through the middle, and a shot that was stick check there in on the Ducks goaltender and held for the whistle.
Wow, a lot going on already. A few shots by our girls, a couple opportunities. That was
good back
start.
and forth.
Good start.
We're gonna have a face-off deep inside the Ducks zone to the left of their puck stopper. Masiello, Sangchung Pupin, and Choi now for Team Colorado. Egan and Huang on the blue line. Sangchung Pupin feeds that back to Egan on the face-off win for Team Colorado. Rose Sangchung Pupin now out of the near side corner, has it stripped. by the Ducks player, and a missed pass opportunity there. Choi trying to get a handle on that one behind the Ducks net. They'll pick it back up and connect the pass here on the near side. Now cross eyes out to center. Huang tries to intercept that one, but regained there by the Ducks into the TC zone. Masiello scoops it up for Team Colorado, right up to Sangchong Pupin here on the near side. Rose Sangchong Pupin gets it dumped down deep into the Ducks zone. Choi looking for the forecheck into the Ducks end. Pushes that back below the goal line. They'll turn it back toward the near side board. Now behind the net for the Ducks. Brennick looking for that forecheck as well. Now, Kelly had a bit of a chance there right out at the Ducks blue line. Deckers will dump it back down into the Ducks zone. Back behind the Ducks one. Squirts out right beside the Ducks. Dangerous play there for the Lady Ducks. Now back up top for Huang. She'll fire one in towards the net. Brennick was tied up out front. Couldn't get a tip on that one. Egan trying to trap that up on the near side board. Couldn't quite get that handled. Now on the regroup from center. Fed across to Egan. Egan's got some room working into the Ducks zone. Shot from afar. Save made by the Ducks goaltender. Left a nice rebound. Nobody close enough for Team Colorado.
That was a juicy rebound. Uh-oh.
That was. Now a chance here for the Ducks. Just wide from that far side sharp angle. But Brennick now out to center. She'll gain the red line and dump it down into the Ducks zone. Decker's now in pursuit on the forecheck, causing some trouble. Tries to free that one. Now, missed pass there. Pugh grabs it, sends a backhand up and over the heads of all the players. Wiedenmeyer looking for it. Ducks will send that back around to the far side. Good pass block there by Walsh, just inside the zone. Backed up to Riedlinger. She's got some room out at center. She'll march towards the Ducks zone. Comes in from the right side, drops it for Wiedenmeyer, just a bit off the mark. Wiedenmeyer still with possession. Makes her way towards the net. Now, shot fired in, and it goes in! Off the deflection, B. Wiedenmeyer opens the scoring here in game 3 on that shot through traffic.
Who's out there, Doc?
Let's see, we got Wiedenmeyer with a goal. Sherman, Pugh, Riedlinger, and Masiello. They'll get their +1 here early in this game as TC opens the scoring. They'll take the faceoff win off that goal. Pugh now banks that off the boards, looking for Wiedenmeyer, gets it to Masiello. Looking for Sherman on the cross-ice pass, couldn't quite connect. And Sherman, a little too much pressure from the Ducks there. They'll get it cleared out to center. Wiedenmeyer picks it up once more. Now right back into the Ducks zone. They'll turn it back out at center. Trapped up here along the near side boards. Good play there by Pugh. Stops that advance of the Ducks. Short pass to Masiello. She tries to fire one towards the net. Hits a Ducks body now. Masiello with it back behind the Ducks goaltender. They're looking for that pass out center. Had Mainwaring just tied up on that. Couldn't get a stick on that pass from Masiello. Got a little bit of traffic in front of the Ducks bench. Mainwaring picks that up, gets around one. Passes it back a little bit out, leaves it for Masiello. He's going to fire one towards the net. Goes just wide left. Now off the bench. Chotvik's Chase looking for that shot on the back bounce from that backboard. Maya Chotvik's Chase with it now. Looking for that centering pass. Had Mainwaring in the slot. Couldn't quite connect. Chotvik's Chase looking for Kelly on the short pass. Sent across over to the far side corner. Mainwaring feeds Kelly down below the Ducks goal line. Pass out front. Nobody there for Team Colorado. It'll float all the way back down into the TC zone. Emily Wiesel will pick it up for Team Colorado. Immediately pressured by the Ducks. Chotvik's Chase had it trapped over on the far side board. Wiesel steps in to help. Clearing it kept in by the Ducks. Sent just wide left. Mainwaring will pick it up here on the near side board. Dumps it back to Rieken. She'll go across to Visa over on the far side. Ducks send that back to the corner. Now with possession in that far side corner. Chotvik's Chase now comes away with that loose puck, feeds it across to Mainwaring. Mainwaring through center, all by herself, waiting for some reinforcements. Trying to get through the slot, couldn't get a shot off. Now back to Rieken on the right side point. Rieken trying to keep that alive inside the Ducks zone. Ducks will get that out to center.
Nice check.
Quickly stopped there by Bella Choi over on that sideboard. Looking for Walsh. Walsh has it back behind the Ducks net. Off the bench, a shot there from Meredith Egan goes just wide left. Back out to center, Visa collects that loose puck. Egan trying to feed that up the far side board, looking for Sang Chong Pupin. It floats into the Ducks' end. They'll collect it, send it back around from the far side. Egan trying to trap that up inside the zone at the line. Ducks get that cleared. Back down into the TC end, and it'll have enough steam for an icing call with 7:37 left to go here in the first period.
Wow, lots of action here. It's in all Team Colorado so far. Anaheim's on their heels. I don't know if they're tired or maybe the snow got in their skates this morning.
Something.
They're not used to it.
Face off back in the Ducks zone. Masiello will take the draw for Team Colorado. Brennick and Deckers on the wings. Back to Egan on the face-off win for Team Colorado. Shot sent in on net. Makes its way through and a save made by the Ducks goaltender and held for the whistle.
So far, Lila's the only TC player who's taken a face-off this game.
Face off in the same spot. This time the Ducks will take possession. Center onto the far side. Deckers meets it there in the corner. Tries to trap it up, but stripped there by the Ducks. Back through center. Ooh, off the glass, almost into the TC bench.
Boy, Coach Molly was scared on that.
Almost right, pops out right in front of Samora. Masiello able to get that back behind the goal line there. Belina Huang now with it. Feeds it across to Brennick. Piper Brennick back through center into the Duck zone from the right side. Fires one just wide left. Huang picks it up off that far side board. Now looking for the sharp angle shot. Misses just wide. Brennick will trap that up at the near side blue line. TC going for the change. Ducks with all kinds of room for a breakout. Pass off the mark though. TC gets that back into the Duck zone, and Sherman takes the spill, and we're gonna have a delayed penalty call here against the Ducks.
I'm not sure what happened there. Finley was going for the puck, fell down, and drew a penalty. Whoa, there's a heavy slash. Maybe that's what it was.
Get the lumber out. Now back into the Duck zone. Sherman with it out of the near side corner. Sherman feeds it up top for Pugh.
That's empty. We got the extra attacker.
Pugh with the shot, tipped out front. Now Sherman trying to tuck it home. Almost gets it in. He
They get it in.
Who was that on the backside post? I didn't see that, but
I
TC.
think it might be B who put that in again. Sherman had a
was.
corner. My goodness.
Sherman tried to tuck it home, but Wiedmeyer finishes it off on the delay call. TC now on top by a score of 2-0.
It's Lexi and Selena on the back.
With 6:06 left to go here in the first period.
I'm not sure who was out there. Oh boy, they're dropping.
Well, a quick puck drop, and TC was not set for that face-off. They'll reset once more. We'll do this again. Masiello resets. I'm sorry, that's Lena Kelly resets for the face-off. And once again, players encroaching in the face-off circle will drop the puck. Third time's a charm. Sherman, Kelly, and Wiedmeyer. Visa and Rican out for Team Colorado. Wiedmeyer collects the face-off win, dumps it down into the Ducks zone. Ducks long pass picked off there by Rican out at center. She'll regroup deep back into the TC zone. Pass up to Wiedmeyer here on the near side wing. Kelly scoops it up from Wiedmeyer, pushing into the Duck zone. Now Kelly down low, looking for that centering pass, had Sherman, but a stick lift prevented that connection. And now the Ducks make their way into the TC zone over on the far side. Wiedmeyer now with it below the goal line. Gets a short pass to Sherman. Through center, Finley Sherman back into the Ducks zone. Out of the corner, now back behind the net, Sherman drops it for Walsh, a little off the mark. Walsh recovers and gets it down to Mainwaring. Down low in the Duck zone. Mainwaring couldn't quite keep a handle on that. Ducks will recover possession. Walsh breaks that up. TC forced to regroup out at center. Ducks now on the change right in front of their bench. Better be careful on that one. Rican keeps it alive inside the Duck zone. Now they'll clear out to center. Walsh collects it for Team Colorado. Feeds Mainwaring just outside the Ducks blue line. Now back into the zone. Shot fired and a glove save made by the Ducks goaltender and held for the whistle.
That was a nice heads-up shot. You could see Corinne kind of raise her eyes, pick a spot, and fire it nice low. That was a good save by the goalie.
Trying to use that screen with that Anaheim defender. Walsh in for the faceoff to the right of the Ducks goaltender. Ducks will take possession off that draw. Now back up top, Egan fires one towards the net. Another save made and held for the whistle.
Tell you what, my fingers are not going to get cold here with the amount of tapping I'm having to do on the iPad with all the shot attempts.
Lots of action for sure. Walsh, another face-off here for Team Colorado. Tied up off the dot. Somebody's searching for it. Comes out. The Ducks will take possession just out to center. Back into the TC zone here on the left side. Trying to peel towards the middle. Good play there by Huang to break up that advance. Now a pass taken there, intercepted by Egan. Trying to push that out, finds Chopik's chase. Out of Sunrise, another delayed call here against Anaheim.
Goalies to the bench.
And this time Anaheim will touch up and we'll get the call that'll send Team Colorado to the game's first power play.
So I got a statistics question. We scored with the extra attacker when we pulled the goalie.
Right.
Does that count as a power play goal?
I'm going to say no on that one. What's the ultimate verdict?
I don't know.
I don't think that counts as a power play yet.
I don't know whether it counts as power play goal or
Guess
not.
I've never been asked that question. Because it's not too often that they're actually successful on that extra attacker.
Did we have? I'm gonna have to look this up.
Visa takes the face-off win for Team Colorado
Nathan alone.
from the far side corner. Now short centering pass looking for Walsh. Kelly trying to feed Walsh on that short pass. Now Pugh with it over on the far side board. Goes across looking for Chopik's chase. Pass broken up. And TC will have to regroup back out at center ice. Visa across to Pugh. Long pass now feeds Chopik's chase back into the Anaheim zone. Kelly picks it up off the sideboard, feeds it back up top for Visa. Looking for the shooting lane. Visa finds a shot and a glove save made by the Anaheim goaltender and held for the whistle. 38 seconds gone so far in the power play for Team Colorado.
3.5 to go, 2-0.
Another face-off deep in the Duck zone to the left of their puck stopper. Kelly with the draw. This time Anaheim wins that cleanly back to the corner. Fed around on the far side board. And a short pass there. Anaheim makes their way out one-on-one, coming back into the TC zone. Shot hits the outside of the net. Looked like that almost had Samora fooled a bit. Now pass up to Kelly.
I heard a thump.
Off of Visa, yeah. Chopik's chase now has to back up and wait for the onside. Now back into the Duck zone. Right out in the high slot. Ducks will pick that up and they'll dump it back down into the TC zone. And icing will be the call.
Still 51 seconds left in the power play. We got a second unit out here.
Sherman, Masiello, Wiedmeyer, Egan, and Huang.
Wiedmeyer's got 2 already. She's looking for that hat trick.
Masiello with a face-off to the left of the Ducks puck stopper. Wins that over to Sherman. Sherman now goes across for Egan. Egan unable to handle the pass. Ducks will pick that up and they'll send it back down the length of the ice once more for another icing call. We'll come back 200 feet back into the Ducks zone, this time to the right of their goaltender. Masiello will take this draw for Team Colorado. Tied up off the dot. TC gets possession. Wiedmeyer now across the top, out near the blue line, feeds it down to Masiello. Up top for Huang. Huang looking for the shot. Fires one off the skate of the Ducks defender. Sherman trying to wrestle that puck free there in the corner. Ducks will hold on to it now. Kept in at the line by Egan. Short chip off the boards towards the slot. Egan once more holds the line. Egan cross ice over to Sherman. Sherman now back up top. Ducks are back to full strength. Now Masiello from the side feeds Sherman. Sherman shot blocked there by the Ducks defender. The Ducks fight off the first power play of the game. And they're resetting back inside their own zone. Long pass picked off by Masiello, working towards the slot. couldn't quite keep a handle on that. Now TC has to regroup once more. Choi comes in a bit too early, offside the call.
Well, we have all the old dog hockey players now
Yeah.
in our flurry trying to figure out whether that counts as a power play goal or not. I think we're leaning towards not. But we're gonna have to look it up.
Face-off just outside the Ducks blue line. They'll take possession. A little bit of room here on the near side. They're working their way back out to center. Stopped short by Pugh, just inside the TC blue line now. On the move through center, back into the Ducks zone. Loses a bit of footing, gets a pass over to Kelly. Now right back to Pugh. Loose puck, scooped up by the Ducks. They stay out of trouble. Now back through center.
Look at the back check
Into the
here.
TC zone. Riedlinger comes across, covers that open slot. Now loose puck scooped up by Choi. She'll leave it for Kelly. Kelly going across for Sang Chung Poop and chipped into the Duck zone. They'll take it back behind their own net on their fed back up the far side board. Looking for the pass connection out at center, picked off and kept inside. Ducks one more, this time now out to center. Pugh grabs it, waiting for the onside. Choi now touches up. Pugh back to work inside the Duck zone, making her way towards the middle, chips one towards the net. Another loose puck off the crossbar. Off the crossbar. Now a high stick ruled on that play as well. Another good solid chance for Team Colorado with 42.3 seconds left.
I'm not sure who whacked
In
it
the
that
first
when
period.
it found. Was that off Haley's stick and then the crossbar?
I think so.
That was real close.
Good hand-eye coordination on that one regardless. Face-off will come all the way back into the TC zone on the high sticking call to the left of Samora. Walsh will take the face-off for TC.
Was Bella, okay.
Walsh ties it up. Ducks come away with possession. They'll feed it down below the TC goal line. Back to work behind Samora. Now fed off to the slot. Good hustle there. Breaks up the shot attempt. Now 2-on-1 developing here for Walsh, and Brennick feeds it over to Brennick. Brennick loses a bit of a footing. Trying to feed that back out front. Deckers couldn't quite get a handle on that. Now Anaheim back out to center over on the far side into the TC zone. Riedlinger, good stop there over on that side board. Chips it back out to center. Brennick trying to sideswipe that puck there. Ducks will have to come back out to center once more on the clear. And that'll do it for the first period. Team Colorado with 2 goals to open the first frame, both by B. Wiedemeyer.
Both by B, and shots were 11-1, so just total dominance by Team Colorado here, and the Ducks look like they are on their heels. And I blame the orange uniforms. I think if they
It's gotta be the orange.
if they looked a little better, they'd play a little better. I'm gonna get on my phone right now and try to figure out the rules here on.
See what the verdict
whether
is on that?
Let's see if ChatGPT knows this thing.
There you go.
All right, well, Doug used the web, and it was a very quick answer. It's not a power play goal. I used ChatGPT, and it took a lot of extra time. And it's saying it counts as a power play goal.
Oh,
so
really?
I don't believe. Do we believe the website?
So this is NCAA.
Wow, official ice hockey stats, and so ChatGPT is wrong.
Right.
But the entire economy is about to be run by AI, so I think we are screwed because it got it 100% wrong.
And that's a black and white answer, too.
Stats and color comments. Check where they shot from.
We are ready to start the second period. Team Colorado brings Masiello, Chopnik, Chase, and Mainwaring up front. Back on the blue line, Rieken and Visa. And Samora between the pipes off to my right. 2-0 lead for Team Colorado. And we're ready for the start of the second. Masiello with the draw. Chopnik, Chase creeps into the circle with the Ducks player. Full reset once more. Face-off went cleanly back to Visa. Visa's pass blocked. Mainwaring chips it up the boards. Ducks will send that right back up the strong side. Intercepted there by Mainwaring. Across to Chafik Chase. Fires one. And a save made by the Ducks goaltender. Chafik Chase with it back behind the net. Sends one across. Almost connected with Mainwaring. One last Anaheim stick in the way. And they're back out through center. Chafik Chase pushes Ducks player off the puck. Back for Visa now, behind Samora. Visa now trying to create some room here on the near side. Gets it up to Masiello. Looking for Chafik Chase inside the Ducks zone. Dangerous little pass there. Ducks take back possession, and they'll get it back into the TC zone. Rieken stops short, feeds it around to Visa over here on the near side. Visa tied up in the corner, sends it back around for Rieken. Rieken now from the far side, short pass to Kelly just inside the TC zone. Gets it chipped out to center, now back into the Duck zone. Kelly in pursuit quickly on the forecheck. Disrupts that advance. Ducks still pick it up here on the near side board.
Here we go.
Wiedemeyer intercepts. And now Wiedemeyer with it. Looking for that pass out front. It gets pushed off the puck back behind the net. It takes a nice face plant into the glass. Visa now back down low for Wiedemeyer. Out of the corner. Up top for Visa. Visa finds the shooting lane, fires one in on net. Couldn't quite make it through traffic. Ducks cleared off to the sideboard. Visa will back that up out to center on the regroup. Peels back towards the Anaheim bench. Has some room, feeds it across. Finds Kelly. Kelly now back into the Anaheim zone. Sherman pokes that down a little bit deeper into the Ducks end. Ducks will send that right back up a strong side. Now good tie up by Sherman allows Wiedemeyer to pick up the puck. A backhand shot just wide. Ducks will send it back up the near side board. Huang holds the line, keeps it alive inside the Duck zone. Now Walsh also gets it punched back down deeper into the Duck zone. Ducks pick it up back behind their own net. Fed back up the strong side once more. Huang meets it there just above the hash. And now, I believe that was Sangchong Pupin takes a nice little forearm shiver to the back. Huang now with the shot. Save made by the Ducks goaltender. And held for the whistle.
Yeah, Rose is stretching her neck out there after that. She's not feeling great. I couldn't see with all the stanchions in the way, but refs are talking about something. I'm not sure what. Get Haley out here.
Nothing on that. Face off to the right of the Ducks goaltender. Walsh with the draw. Choi and Sangchong Pupin on the wings. Tied up off the dot. Anaheim. Quick little possession. They're stolen by Walsh. Trying to feed one to the slot. Intercepted there by Anaheim. And now Anaheim with some space over on the left side. Gets through center. Pass connected just inside. It's broken up there by Belina Huang. Now Huang turning back towards the Anaheim zone. Enters on the left side. Gets through one. Has a chance. Fires just wide. Anaheim will scoop that up. And almost an odd man rush there. But tossed back into the Anaheim zone by Egan offside the call, which is A-OK as she was almost staring at a 3-on-1 opportunity for the Ducks.
I think Belina Wong should be wearing number 4, not number 9. She is the Bobby Orr of this team, going up the ice and making an exciting rush.
Face-off taken there by Anaheim on the offside call out at center ice. Riedlinger across to Pugh. Back to Riedlinger inside the TC zone. Long pass, looking for Brennick. A little too hot to handle. Anaheim now trying to clear the zone, but kept alive by Masiello. Masiello grabs it, working towards the net, gets a backhand shot just wide. Anaheim will scoop that up over on the far side board. Masiello meets it and throws a little bit of a shoulder, and she's going to get a penalty for that one. Delayed call coming against Team Colorado. Riedlinger touches up and takes a little contact of her own, but nonetheless, Masiello is going to head to the gate for a 2-minute rest on the roughing call. And that'll put Anaheim on their first power play of the game.
Yeah, things are a little feisty here. There's been Haley dropped the shoulder on the blue line earlier. I feel like everyone's feeling the tension here.
Just watching that, it just seemed up high.
Face off to the left of Samora. Pushed over to the corner now. Anaheim with possession. Q watching that closely. Back up top for Anaheim. Now back down to the sideboard. Gets through one defender and pass sent across. Good tie up there by Chopik's Chase, preventing any kind of pass reception there. Now sent out to the middle. Good tie up there by Pugh. Samora looking for it. Kicked over to the near side corner. Anaheim now back up top at the blue line. Clear shot sent in. Good save there by Samora. Turned over to the far side board. Now back up top once more for Anaheim. Down to the sideboard. Is sent in and deflected wide.
It was a nice setup by Anaheim, looking for a deflection.
At the right side point, fed back down to the sideboard. Walsh looking to intercept that one. Now kicked over to the side. Riedlinger will scoop it up. Tries to chip that out. Anaheim's going to hold the zone. Long pass sent across. Good block there by Selena Pugh.
What a power or penalty kill by Selena. She's everywhere.
Now looking for Chopik's Chase, but hit Walsh in the back. Still clear the zone. Anaheim now will bring it right back in. Over on the left side, working her way down low. Kept to the outside by Riedlinger.
Nice work by Lexi to ease up there. That girl's in a dangerous position.
35 seconds remaining in the penalty to Masiello. Now Anaheim still with possession here on the near side board. Back up top. Shot blocked there by Chopik's Chase, and she's got some room. She's going to try to get around the last Anaheim defender. Couldn't quite make it, but holds the zone down low. With 12 seconds remaining on the penalty to Masiello, Anaheim's going to get that back out to center ice. Chipped into the TC zone. Visa's going to collect it for Team Colorado. Off the boards will be collected by Lena Kelly. Makes her way into the Anaheim zone here on the left side. TC back to full strength. Kelly now back behind the Ducks net. Gets a bit of a bump there behind the net. Pushed off the puck. Now trapped up over on the far side board. Brennick digs it free. Working out of the corner. Centering pass. Almost had Kelly's stick, but Rican finds one right into the body of an Anaheim player and sent down the length of the ice, and we'll get an icing call.
Hey, Reagan got the first slapper of the weekend after my daughter took one for the team behind the net. That was a proper hit.
That was.
And I like how the feet go up. But hey, that was a fantastic penalty kill by the girls. Great work.
Face off to the right of the Ducks puck stopper. Kelly with the draw. Deckers and Brennick on the wings. Rican and Visa back on the point. Now pass fed to Brennick. Couldn't quite get a shot off. Floats over to the far side corner. Brennick digging for it in the corner. Still digging away. Brennick trying to trap that up. Ducks will free the puck now, sent across and chipped out back down the length of the ice. And we'll have another icing call.
Bring out a whole new crew here. Yeah, the game has kind of settled down now. A couple of penalties, and I think Anaheim is now settled into a defensive posture. We haven't seen too many breakouts from them.
Masiello in for the face-off to the right of their puck stopper. Wins that back to Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer gets a lucky pass connected across. Hits traffic out front. Sherman trying for that one. And now right back out front. Kick behind the net once more.
Sherman got dumped in front. Holy cow.
Trapped up here on the near side board. Egan digs that free. Leaves it for Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer trying to work her way towards the net. Chip up. Deflected. And Anaheim goaltender looking to glove that down, but missed it completely. And now Anaheim with a fortunate bounce through center back into the TC zone. That'll float in on Samora. And she'll hold it for the whistle as that Ducks player was looking for a gift.
Yeah, some weird bounces. B almost picked up the hat trick on that another floater that went up high.
Face-off will be in the TC zone to the left of Samora. Walsh, Choi, and Sangchong Pupin out for TC. Walsh wins that over to the corner. Huang tied up with the Anaheim player. Anaheim picks up possession back behind the TC net. Over in the far side corner, now taken by Walsh. Back behind the net, she'll back it up to the far side for Egan. Up to Sang Chung Pupin. Across for Choi. Bella Choi working into the Anaheim zone from the left side. Fires one towards the net. Save made by the Anaheim goaltender. A loose puck right out front. Sang Chung Pupin looking for it. Comes out on the better side of that in exchange as two Ducks players down and Sang Chung Pupin standing over him.
That was a really great zone exit with Haley behind the net, changing directions, around the D, up the wall, cut to the middle. Rose made a beautiful rush through the dots. I mean, that's how you draw it up, Coach.
Exactly. Face off to the right of the Ducks goaltender. Walsh with the face off once more. Tied up, still in the feet, trying to dig it free. Anaheim will come away with that one. And Haley gets a stick in the skates of the Anaheim player, a little weak in my opinion, but Haley's going to get the 2-minute rest for a tripping call, and that'll send the Ducks back to the power play once more.
Yeah, I couldn't see exactly, but we'll have to trust the fact the ref was 3 feet away, that stick was in the skate. So we'll get another penalty. Fourth penalty?
Yeah. Face off back in the TC zone to the left of Samora. Kelly wins that cleanly back to the corner for Pugh. Immediately mobbed by two Ducks players. They'll take possession back up top now at their blue line. Down below the goal line, they're working it over on the far side. Now back up top to the point. Sent down low to the near side. Shots in across, and Samora pushing off the post. Dislodges the net, and we'll have a stoppage in play.
Wow.
That was a pretty strong push.
I was going to say, I mean, you know, Sephora's not exactly the heavy goalie you see in beer league. I'm
No.
surprised. Just goes to show she must be in the weight room. Legs are thick.
Face-off will be to the right of Samora. Kelly, another clean win back to the corner. This time, Anaheim will scoop it up. They're working it over on that far side board. Now up top to the point. Down low to the right side. Centering pass just on the back side of the Anaheim player. Couldn't quite connect on that one. Anaheim now with possession. Looking for the quick pass out front. Blocked by Riedlinger. And now cleared by TC down the length of the ice. And it'll have enough steam for an icing call.
I think that's a good clear. We want to get some fresh bodies out there.
46 seconds gone so far on the penalty to Walsh. We'll reset back in the TC zone for a face-off on that icing call to the left of Samora.
We're going to get Maya Cece taking a face-off. That's exciting.
Anaheim will win that over to the sideboard, fed up, back up top to the point. Now down low out of the corner. Watch closely by Visa. Good sidestep by Visa. Breaks that free and almost on that. That one was close. Icing call nonetheless. We'll bring that back into the TC zone.
I think that was a shot. I'm going to give her a credit for a missed shot there from center ice because that went all the way down to the post.
Traffic's chasing. Face-off circle once more to the left of Samora. Nice clean win to Visa. Out of the corner, Visa's going to chip that right back out down into the Anaheim zone. And icing waved off on that one. Lots of time killed off that penalty on that clearing attempt. Now Anaheim back to work inside the TC zone. This time Rieken gets it cleared back out to center.
I think that is Emily practicing shooting it down. Here we go.
Traffic's chase intercepts that cross-ice pass. Now working away and gets around. Almost. Nice leg pad save from the Ducks goaltender. Good move there by Traffic's chase. Creates their own opportunity.
Yeah.
Anaheim gets it cleared back out to center ice. Now back in the TC zone.
We're gonna have you're gonna see Trotbacks chase jerseys in the crowd with moves like that. That was sweet. Too bad it wasn't rewarded. Good stop by the goalie, but what a move in.
Faceoff comes outside the TC zone on the offside call. Just 13 seconds remaining in the penalty to Walsh.
And it's good to hear him rush, finally.
Yes. Tied him off the dot. Anaheim will pick up possession. Fed across. Now back into the TC zone on the right side. Fed around to the far side board. Egan trying to chip that pass to the Anaheim defender. Now Anaheim with possession. Shot from the sharp angle and popped up.
Nice
Did that
little
go out or
save.
did she trap that?
I think it went up and out. I think it went off her shoulder. and
Yeah.
out.
Yep, puck out of play on that one. Good save there by Samora on that sharp angle shot.
Something you don't see the NHL guys do is shrug upward. They're all so tall they don't need to.
Face off to the right of Samora. Masiello with the draw. TC back to full strength. Mainwaring trying to pick that up, leaves it for Egan. Back around to Huang here on the near side. Huang will go back to Egan behind the net. Quick pass up to Mainwaring. She lets that go to Masiello. Masiello cross ice to Wiedemeyer. B. Wiedemeyer working her way into the Anaheim zone. Nice little kick exchange there from Mainwaring back to Wiedemeyer. Masiello now with it. Couldn't quite keep a handle on that, working back towards the corner. Anaheim picks up possession. Knocked down there by Wiedemeyer. And that, yeah, last time I checked, below the shoulders was not a high stick. Wiedemeyer arguing the case.
He's really adamant
He
that it was
is.
up high.
We're pointing at something on the ceiling.
Good.
She was up and then came down.
But made
The
contact
stick
below
was
the
up,
shoulder.
that's what I think. But I think because she started up high
Yeah.
and then came down on it.
Face off back inside the TC zone. Masiello wins that back to Egan. She'll feed it around to Huang here on the near side. Huang out of the corner. Looking for Wiedemeyer, intercepted there by Anaheim. Pass sent across. Mainwaring will scoop up that loose puck. Looking for the long pass for Wiedemeyer. Hits the Anaheim player's body. They'll turn it back towards the TC zone. Now scooped up by Masiello. Trying to bowl her way through the Anaheim players. And the
Good
strong
heavy
stick of
stick.
Huang back into the Anaheim zone, trying to sidestep, give it the old chop fix chase, couldn't quite make that work. Now Wiedemeyer threatening just in front of the net, tries the centering pass, hit the outside of the goal, fed back to Mainwaring. Out of the far side corner, Mainwaring goes back up top for Pugh, across to Huang. I'm sorry, that's Pugh. Mainwaring with a quick shot, hit the outside of the net. Now from the sideboard, Anaheim clears that, goes off the stick of Huang, no icing on this play. Huang will collect that all kinds of time on both teams changing. A nice long pass to Sang-Chung Pupin in all. Lone TC player, as Wiedemeyer is going for the change, couldn't quite get a shot off. Now Pugh back at the right side point, fires one from the far, and a save made by the Anaheim goaltender, and she'll hold for the whistle. 3:24 left to go here in the second period. TC still sitting on top of a 2-0 lead over the Lady Ducks as we work towards the end of the second period.
I mean, TC is just possessing the puck this entire period. It's very impressive.
Walsh pushing that faceoff towards the net. Anaheim will send that up the near side board. They'll let it go back out to center. Riedlinger stops it up just outside the Anaheim blue line. Now she'll work her way back into the zone, and a little too much of a move there at the blue line. Offside is the call.
Something about defensemen who always stick handle a little too much around the blue line.
They think they own that blue line, don't they? Face off just outside the Anaheim zone. Walsh with the draw once more. Won by Anaheim. Looking for the pass up the near side, just out of reach. Riedlinger's pass just off the mark. Anaheim will pick it up. Back behind the TC net. Floats over here to the near side corner now. Up for Choi. Bella Choi working through center, back into the Anaheim zone. She'll chip it down and chase her own dump in. Anaheim will take possession. Now trapped up here on the near side board. Riedlinger holds the line, gets a punch back down deeper into the Duck zone. Sang-Chung Pupin working away here on the forecheck. Gets some help from Walsh. Pass sent across for Anaheim over to the far side corner. Deckers meets it there. Tries to tie that up, couldn't quite overcome the two Ducks players. Now from the near side, pass fanned on. Deckers is gonna pick that up to Team Colorado. Back out at center, Deckers. Back into the Ducks zone, leaves it for Kelly. Now from the near side corner, Kelly trapping that up. Brennick takes a little bit of a stick in the jaw there. Anaheim trying to clear that. Riedlinger just couldn't quite hold the line there at the Anaheim zone.
Selena got away with some interference there. She came across.
Kelly now will pick it up here in the near side corner.
Oh.
Creates a little bit of room. Tied up there on the sideboard and pushed right into it. Now gets some help from Deckers. Pugh comes away with it. Pugh now looking towards the slot. Shot fired and a toe save made there by the Ducks goaltender. Visa now out of the far side corner. Looking for that centering pass. Had Deckers, but deflected there by the goaltender's stick, and she'll grab it and hold on for the whistle. 1:24 left to go here in the second period.
We're getting a little rough along the boards over there.
It's getting
Everybody's
a little chippy, yeah.
a little chippy, a little high.
Maybe the pace is slowed down, but not the feistiness.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a lag when you play that, third game in 24 hours.
Masiello, Chafix Chase, and Mainwaring now for Team Colorado. Face off one cleanly back to Reagan Rieken on the point. She's got some room, a couple bodies flying out front. Masiello tied up with a Ducks player. Over to that far side, Chafix Chase trying to battle to keep that inside the Anaheim zone. They'll get it cleared out to center. Now picked up by Rieken. Masiello again tied up with the Anaheim player. Might be the same one.
Lila's earning her money today.
She sure is.
That's a lot on this shift.
Back up top for Visa. Shot fired. Loose puck right out front. Wrong color stick on that one. Big rebound off the shot from Visa. Anaheim now over here on the side board. And Mainwaring takes a bit of a stick up high and gets dumped on the play. Now back behind the net. Masiello once again in pursuit here. Mainwaring tied up there in the corner. Anaheim will try to get that cleared. Now Masiello back behind the Anaheim net. Trying to make her way out front. Fires a quick one from the sharp angle and a save made by the Ducks goaltender and held for the whistle.
Wow. I can't believe Lila's still out there. Oh, now she's going. I mean, she got dumped twice. It's about as heavy as we've seen.
Face-off will be to the right of the Ducks goaltender. 27.7 left to go in the second. Walsh, Sherman, and Wiedemeyer up front for Team Colorado. Walsh for the draw. Nice win back to Rieken once more from the sideboard. Rieken feeds it down for Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer trying to go back up top to Rieken, but deflected there by Anaheim. Rieken does get it, tries to feed it back down low, but the Anaheim Ducks intercept that and sit down the length of the ice for an icing call.
13 seconds left here. Got enough time to make something happen on a face-off win. They've been working on face-offs all week, so you can tell that they're talking. They're calling either Code Red, Waterfall, Pretzel.
Now's the time.
Those are the names.
Walsh peels in for the draw. Ties it up on the dock, kicks it back up top, but play stopped as
Rieken was having lunch at the blue line and still on the ice there. But that's lucky. It could have been too many players on the ice, but the ref smartly calls that. It's the ref's job to ensure the right number of players are on the ice, so no penalty.
13-1 back on the clock. They give us back a couple seconds that ticked away.
Wow.
Walsh set for the draw once more.
Who's the clock person? Who knows
They're
how to
on
do
top
that?
of it, yeah. This time pushed into the corner, tied up.
That's a good tie-up by Anaheim. Buried.
Walsh digs it free, trying to make her way out, finds Sherman. Backhand shot blocked out front, and that'll do it for the second period. Definitely feeling the animosity here developing with the rough play in the second period. But boy, that is quite the display.
We're gonna do this. Those are our shots, folks. All that, 21-4. So lots of blue dots, which is what you want to see. It's been complete dominance here.
Strong offensive zone possession. Hope to keep that up as we'll make our way to the third. We're going to take a break for the ice make, and we'll be back for third period action here shortly.
Thanks, Doug. very smooth. That's the advanced Zamboni guy. Hey, good boy. Especially all these California teams too.
Yeah, well, yeah,
By
of
the
course.
way, the mic is probably we're hot mics here. Hey folks, are we on? Are we hot mic?
Reagan's awake still.
Okay, yeah, the angelic sounds are back.
Yes.
We love it when Reagan's yelling. That's our favorite. Well, 2-0. We're gonna get going for the third, everybody. How many folks are watching now?
We got 16 on board
16,
tonight.
yeah. So that's about half the usual.
We're good for a home game.
Yeah, because
nonetheless.
we got lots of fans in person, and everybody coming over to my place. You coming over, Doug? I got
I
beer.
get to take my mom back home.
Oh,
but
okay.
Renee and I think her mom are
Okay,
coming.
good.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been getting ready. We're gonna have a ping pong tournament.
Oh, there we go.
And karaoke. So we've got both.
Good combination.
Yeah,
Yes.
ping pong and karaoke. All right.
All right, we're ready to start the third period. TC's going to bring Chotvik's Chase, Walsh and Mainwaring up front, Huang and Egan on the blue line, and Sophia, new nickname for her, the emotional support goalie tending the penalty box last night. She sat between the pipes to our left. Third period underway. Walsh is going to pick up possession of that, trying to feed that across. Huang, Anaheim intercepts and a shot just, I believe Samora just got a piece of that. Quick opportunity for the Ducks right off the bat here in the third period on the fresh sheet of ice. Egan now with it back in the TC zone, feeds it around for Huang. Chotvik's Chase will pick it up over on the far side board. Back across to Egan. Lets that go for Mainwaring. Long pass across for Egan, picked up now by Walsh. Walsh back into the Duck zone here. Drops it for Huang. Tip just wide of the net. Chotvik's Chase will grab it here on the near side board.
You know, you get that
Wiedemeyer.
scrape between. There's there's not even a warm up. That ice is really fresh.
Goes fast. Nice and cold in here too, so that ice should be pretty fast.
They just opened the doors today.
Sent back down in the TC zone. Anaheim on the change. They'll be picked up by Pugh. She's got some room. Trying to move it up to Wiedemeyer, just off the mark. Folks into the Ducks zone. They'll take it back behind their own net. Pass off the mark for the Ducks, collected by Riedlinger. Looking for the shot in on net, deflected, but a save made by the Anaheim goaltender and held for the whistle.
I'm not sure who got a stick on that. Was that Finley who got a stick?
I'm not sure. Better check the replay on that one.
We do have the replay set up. You want to turn around? Look at that.
We got the nice home rink setup here. Nathan Pugh on the
This guy's hooked
instant
up.
replay helping out with the stats. Face off back inside the Ducks zone, won by TC, but taken there over on the far side board by the Ducks. Now back out to center. Ducks pushing into the TC zone. All kinds of sticks in the way. Now scooped up by Wiedemeyer. Moves that up to Kelly. Kelly dumped at the Anaheim blue line. Wiedemeyer has to back that up all the way towards the TC end. Almost stripped to the puck. Wiedemeyer now back to work in the Anaheim zone. Drops it for Kelly just off the mark and chipped up back into the Ducks zone. Floats over here to the near side corner. Sherman trying to dig for that. Visa will keep the line. Sherman turnaround backhand pass out to the slot, intercepted there by Anaheim. Now over on the far side, Reekin trying to keep that alive. Sherman will step in and help. Punches that back down low in the Ducks zone. Now back behind the net. Wiedemeyer scoops it up. Looking for the pass across, has Visa right back under stick. Good salvage of that passer off the skate of Visa. Now back behind the Ducks net. Another centering pass picked up there by Anaheim, and they'll get it cleared down the length of the ice. And we'll have an icing call here early in the third frame.
Yeah, another short bench from California here, and you got to think that that's affecting teams. They don't have that skip in the step. I mean, it's only a 2-0 lead at this point. One quick one, and Anaheim could be right back in this, but they don't seem to have the spunk.
Good chances generated were more from our mistakes than Anaheim's play. Face-off won by Anaheim back in their zone. Chip for Brennick. Brennick trying to make her way, find some room. Shot fired, save made by the Anaheim goaltender. Who has come up with some big saves in this game to keep this deficit for Anaheim at 2. Now working back into the TC zone from the right side. Shot, blocker save made by Samora. And kick right back to Brennick. 2-on-1 here. Pass in across for Deckers, just a bit behind. Now fed toward the slot. Visa was there. Anaheim intercepts the pass, clears. And another icing call here with 11:52 left to go in the third period.
Right, you know, Emily is looking for more points. She's had a few in the last couple of games, and I mean, she's been sneaking up into the, not even the high slot, I would say the low slot. It's twice in the last couple of shifts where she's been coming in, so looking for some offense from the defense.
I had to do a double take on that because it's like, hold on, that was Emily, yes. Face push back towards the line, but Anaheim takes possession, and they're back out to center into the TC zone here on the near side. Pass sent across, intercepted there by Belina Huang. Fed up to Bella Choi. Now from the left side, shot blocked by Anaheim traffic. Choi takes a bit of a spill back behind the Anaheim net. They'll take possession through center, back into the TC zone. Shot deflected off into the corner. Trapped up Walsh, kicks that up to Sang Chang Pupin. And now Walsh will collect the loose puck off the Anaheim player's stick. Now Walsh now trying to beat that last defender, but they stand strong. Anaheim pushes that over to the far side board. Choi now working it back down low, forcing the play for the Anaheim Ducks. TC on the change. A little bit of room here for a breakout for the Ducks. They'll get it chipped out to center. Kelly will pick it up for Team Colorado. Both teams now with some fresh legs out. Kelly with some speed and some room into the TC zone. Shot fix chase, fans on the pass attempt. Couldn't quite hold the line. The Ducks push that out to center. Back into the TC zone here on the far side. It'll be scooped up by Pugh. They're taken there by the Ducks, trying to work their way out to the slot. Kelly grabs that loose puck, now feeds it to Mainwaring. Mainwaring across the shot fix chase from the Anaheim bench has to squeak past the linesman. Anaheim able to turn that back out to center ice. Riedlinger now feeds it across for Mainwaring. Mainwaring's got some room on the entry into the Anaheim zone. Fires a shot, hits the gobbler of the Anaheim goaltender. Save made, and Anaheim able to clear that puck back out to center. Taken by Chotvik's chase right out at the dot. Anaheim turns that back around at center. They'll dump it down deep in on Samora.
Shot.
Riedlinger will scoop up this loose puck there from Samora, working it up the near side. Long pass intended for Sherman, off the mark. Icing waved off. Sherman's going to get there first. Working out of the near side corner, back up top for Pugh. Pugh fires one towards the net and tipped down out front. Another high stick incoming. Anaheim touches up first and now waved off. I wouldn't argue that one if I was B on that high stick.
No, she knew it. She was yelling at Finley not to touch it. Oh!
Maciel runs into a brick wall. This time comes up on the losing end of that exchange, and it's cleared down the length of the ice once more. Another icing call.
She can't believe it. She's shaking her head. She's taking all of the heavy hits today.
She's usually not on that side of that exchange either. Face off back in the Duck zone to the left of their puck stopper. Walsh setting the face-off play. Ties it up on the dot. Almost got a shot off on that one. Now with it back behind the net. Walsh working some magic. Gets that back up top for Rieken. Rieken trying to shovel that back down deeper. Intercepted there by the Ducks. And now they've got a little bit of speed coming into the TC zone. Right out front. Broken up, no shot. Made it through to Samora on that one.
That was nice.
Sent down the length of the ice. And they're going to give Anaheim a bit of a gift on that one.
Yeah, I mean, Reagan did a nice job of stanging her player up, and then the back check by Deckers, and you know that was a little bit of life from the Anaheim forwards. Way to snuff it out.
Face-off back inside the TC zone to the left of Samora. 8:54 on the clock remaining here in the third period. TC still with a 2-0 lead over the Lady Ducks. And TC will come up with possession of the face-off. Disrupted there on the far side board. Picked back up there by Brennick. She'll feed it up to Walsh. Chips it past the Anaheim defender. Walsh once more makes it past the second one. Quick 2-on-1 here for Walsh and Deckers. Deckers trying to feed that back to Walsh. F almost finds the second pass to the stick of Walsh. Good play there by Deckers to salvage that 2-on-1. Now Visa with the long shot, save made by the Anaheim goaltender. Back behind the Ducks net. They'll move it up the far side board with some room. Back out to center. 2-on-2 back into the TC zone. Shot from afar, save made by Samora. Loose puck chipped back out to center ice. Anaheim will pick up possession. Regroup back just inside the Ducks zone. Set back into the TC and Visa. Over on the far side, turns it back up the strong side.
Oh.
Now pass off the mark, intercepted there by the Ducks. Over here on the near side board, Riedlinger trying to work the puck free. And Sang Chung Pupin gets it across to Choi. Bella Choi back into the Ducks zone on the left side. Shot from the angle, turned aside there by the Ducks goaltender. And that'll go the distance, cleared out and down the length of the ice. Icing will be the call.
Yeah, a couple things there that I think on that 2-on-1 with I think it was Deckers and Haley. I don't think or was it Piper? I'm not sure.
That was Deckers. Deckers.
I don't think Haley was expecting that puck back.
No.
It came right through the crease. Holy moly.
Good on both of them not to give up on the play. Almost materialized. Masiello, Mainwaring, and Chopvik's chase now for Team Colorado. Good, nice, clean win over to Mainwaring. Back up top for Egan. She'll send it down low for Chopvik's chase. Pass missed there by Mainwaring. She gets dumped right in the slot.
Ooh, slow to get up.
Tied up over in the far side corner. Masiello gets some help from Chopvik's chase. And referee will blow it dead.
Okay.
And they're going to take the face-off outside?
Wow, haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I guess they're. I mean, that would be a delay of game. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
really.
a
I
weird-
don't think I've ever seen that
No,
before.
I haven't either. I'm not sure that's a rule. Gosh, we're gonna have to get the rule book out twice today.
Exactly. ChatGPT, what's the answer on that one? Wong runs into some media pressure trouble. Game getting a lot more physical now.
My
Masiello
goodness.
dumped once
Yeah.
more out at center. Mainwaring now with it. Short pass up to
Watch her
Masiello.
head.
And
Yeah.
again, taken
Oh,
into the
there's a
boards this
run
time.
out.
Anaheim's going to get the call on that one.
You can see that one. She had Lila lined up, and she's not a small lady. This number 21 who's going off, and Lila took one for the team. I think she saw it coming and got the heck out of the way.
Roughing will be the call against the Ducks. That's going to put Team Colorado on the power play here past the midpoint of the third period. Chance to get a little insurance here.
I think that's actually charging, like in the old school charging, not the jump, but you can see the footsteps.
More than 2 steps, yeah. Visa now on the face-off win from TC. Now Fred to Pugh. Pugh with a strong shot. Loose puck out front. Kelly gets dumped on, still loose. Cleared out over to the near side board. Visa now with it. Up top, feeds it across to Pugh. Pugh looking for the cross ice to Chopvik's chase. Couldn't quite handle the pass. Now Chopvik's chase dumps it down for Kelly. Pugh picks it up over on that far post. Back up top for Visa. Across to Pugh. Pugh with a low hard shot. Trying to generate the rebound out front. Kicked aside, back behind the net. Kelly now feeds Pugh over in the corner. Off the sideboard. Pugh looking for the shooting lane. Finds one and in on the Anaheim goaltender. And held for the whistle.
Yeah, pretty good battles going on in front of the net there.
1:12 left to go in the power play for Team Colorado. We're going to get PP Unit 2 out. Masiello, Wiedemeyer, and Sherman.
Just under 6 to go, still 2-0 for Team Colorado in white.
Riedlinger and Egan back on the blue line. Egan now with it from the sideboard. Shot fired, had Sherman tied up though. Couldn't get a stick on that. Anaheim able to chip that past Riedlinger. Now Egan collects it back in the TC zone behind the net. Running into a little bit of trouble from the Ducks. Now move through center. Egan making her way into the Ducks zone. Drops it for Sherman. Across now for Wiedemeyer. Fires a shot, save made by the Ducks goaltender. Right onto the Ducks player stick. She'll dump it down in on Samora. Will avoid the icing call. Ducks going for the change. Long pass up to Wiedemeyer and paint that blue line a little darker. Offside is the call. We're going to bring that all the way back into the TC zone.
Yeah, I could hear B yelling for it, but must have skipped in a little early.
Got a little too excited on that one.
Yeah.
29 ticks of the clock left to go in the power play for Team Colorado. Face-off will be back in the TC zone to the right of Samora. Kelly with the draw. Pushes that right up the middle, over to Brennick. Piper Brennick with it back into the Anaheim zone. Couldn't quite get it deep. Now back out to center. Egan collects it for Team Colorado. Leaves it for Huang. Up to Brennick. From the sideboard, Brennick into the Ducks zone. Stops short there, and the Ducks will turn that right back out to center. Not much action on this power play for Team Colorado. Ducks back to full strength. Now out of the near side corner, Kelly will scoop it up for TC. Has some time looking for Brennick. Deflected there by an Anaheim player back into their own zone. They'll have some room for the breakout. Both teams looking for some fresh legs. Huang now for Team Colorado drops it for Rieken. Rieken goes back across to Huang. Looking for Sangchong Pupin out at center, but deflected there by Anaheim. Good hustle by Sangchong Pupin. Still makes something of it and trying to get one in on net. And dumped on the play as she deflected that right in on the Anaheim goaltender. Save was made, held for the whistle. 4 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the final frame. In Game 3 of the Mountain Mayhem tournament. Here at the sports stable in Superior, Colorado. Walsh, Choi, and Sangchong Pupin for Team Colorado. Good tie up there by Walsh. Finds its way to an Anaheim stick. They'll get it cleared out to center. Visa will collect it in front of the TC bench. Trying to work that across, but intercepted there by the Ducks.
Starting to see a bit of desperation here by the Ducks.
They're turning it on a little bit more than the start of this third period for sure. Back inside the TC zone, Walsh collects it off the near side board. She'll back it up, look for some room. Pass up to Sangchong Pupin, deflected back into the Ducks zone. And wasn't going to give him a gift on that one. Thought about it, but waved it off. Now Masiello picks up that clearing attempt now. Shot deflected just wide. Masiello getting a little more physical action. Anaheim clears, and icing waved off right away on this one. Rieken sends it across to Visa. Up the far side board looking for Chotvik's chase. Couldn't quite connect. Now Visa battling two Anaheim players. In the corner centering pass, thankfully picked off there by Masiello. Now Mainwaring, long pass up to Chotvik's chase. Back into the Anaheim zone. She'll chip it down low. Anaheim. Mainwaring, good strong stick on that one. Dumped the Anaheim player back behind the net. Maybe a little retribution for that earlier exchange in front of the net.
I think so.
Anaheim now had a 2-on-1, but player was going off. Anaheim back into the TC zone over on the far side. Kept out there by Pugh. Riedlinger now with it back behind the TC net. Feeds it up to Chotvik's chase. Short pass over to Masiello now across to Mainwaring. She'll gain the red line and dumps it down into the Duck zone. Will go for the change. Kelly fresh off the bench with some speed looking for the forecheck. Anaheim avoids and back out to center. Back into the TC zone on the right side. Anaheim player still with possession, trying to work it from the slot now. Shot. Couldn't quite get much on that fluttering puck. Riedlinger now. Long pass for Wiedemeyer, looking for Sherman. Sherman's got an empty net. Loses a handle on it, couldn't quite get a shot off. Anaheim avoids the empty net goal. Sherman's definitely gonna want that one back. Icing waved off here. Riedlinger back in the TC zone, looking for Wiedemeyer now. This time Kelly working through center. Sends it from outside and an empty netter.
Well,
And that puts TC up 3-0.
that puts the icing on the cake, and I think Sherman is shaking her head. Alina made no mistake from center ice and put it right in. My gosh.
1:35 left to go in the third period. The insurance goal. 3-0 now for Team Colorado over the Anaheim Lady Ducks. Ducks goaltender back in the net. Face-off taken by Anaheim, pushing back into the TC zone. Now over on the far side, Walsh couldn't quite get that one cleared. Back in on Samora, and she'll hold on for the whistle. Face-off will be to the left of Samora, deep in the TC zone. Walsh will settle in for the draw once more. Tied up, good stick there by Walsh. Back up top for the Anaheim point, shots in on net, deflected just wide. That one definitely had Samora fooled. Anaheim now unable to hold the zone. Huang will get it cleared out. Oh, well, maybe. Trapped up in front of the TC bench. Now Decker's trying to feed that up in front of the timekeeper's box. Backed up to Walsh. Walsh now clearing some room. Another empty netter. Walsh pats another one. And that'll be number 4 for Team Colorado as Anaheim had pulled the tender once more, looking for the extra attacker.
Who's out there on this one?
Brennick, Walsh, Deckers, Huang, and Egan. Another face-off back out to center ice on the 4th goal for Team Colorado. One back to Egan, across to Huang. Huang trying to go cross ice for Brennick, couldn't quite connect. Anaheim breaks that up, now back out to center. They'll push it back into the TC zone. Egan will collect it back behind Samora. Feeds it to Huang. Another empty net for the Ducks. Deckers this time was going to take the long shot, and she'll pop TC's 5th goal. 3 empty net goals here for Team Colorado. And this one definitely well out of range for the Ducks. 5-0 with 29.4 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, I can't keep up. There's too much going on here. So.
We'll have another face-off back out at center ice. Masiello, Sangchong, Pupin, and Choi gonna finish this one off for Team Colorado. Choi chips that up to Masiello. Masiello trying to spin move past all the Anaheim defenders. Anaheim kicks that back into the TC zone. Egan sends it across to Huang. Up to Choi, tied up on the sideboard. Now Huang back behind the TC net. 5 left to go here in the 3rd period. Tied up back behind Samora. Centering pass blocked there. And that'll do it. Team Colorado, a decisive 5-0 victory over the Anaheim Lady Ducks.
I'm not sure what they were doing to try to keep the goalie out for the last
I don't know.
Maybe they needed 1 goal for as part of the tournament, round robin.
The goal differentials, maybe?
Yeah, but it has to be goals for that they needed, because otherwise they just let 3 in for no reason, and that was bizarre. But hey, credit our girls, they dominated that game, and we're going to be in the semifinals tomorrow morning. Not sure if it's 9:30 or 9:45, but it's roughly in that time period. So
sounds good. TC finishes off pool play 3-0. A 5-0 victory over the Thunderbirds yesterday morning. A tight 3-2 victory over the San Jose Junior Sharks. And today's victory over the Anaheim Lady Ducks 5-0 concludes round robin play. They'll have a nice rest the rest of the day, and we'll be back tomorrow for semifinal action right back here at the Sports Table. Join us once more. We'll be broadcasting live. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
thanks, everyone.